Well, I'm just, these are trying times, and I think that folks need to understand that 2013 is probably going to be a replay of 2012, best case. I believe that as the calendar gets closer and closer to January 1st, Republicans and Democrats will start to move together. My suspicion is that while there's still time to do a deal, there's no real urgency to do the deal because both sides will be viewed as having given in too early and lost and not taken away what they could have. So I think as this thing boils down to next week, I think we'll see a deal probably late next week is my guess. I don't think it's going to affect small business. I think that they feel put upon, period. They're very nervous. Their problems go way beyond tax increases on small business. Their problems stem from difficulty in financing for the last 4 years. There's no conversation about how do we make that go away? How do we take that $1.4 trillion of excess reserves that are sitting in bank vaults all over the country and put that to work growing the U.S. economy? We're not having that conversation. And yet that's one of the more important conversations we need to be having going forward. The Fed has undertaken all kinds of quantitative easing, put money into the system, which has basically been locked into the vaults of banks and hasn't been used. We shouldn't be letting that happen.
How do you force it?
Well, I'm not sure you necessarily force it. I don't think a stick is what's the proper behavior here. What you have to do is you have to let banks be banks, and that is take risks. And right now we're in an environment where banks are not allowed to take risks. If they take a risk, they're penalized. If you take a look at Bank of America, for example, they desperately want to start issuing dividends again to their shareholders. The federal government won't let them do that. The Treasury will not let them. It will not let them do. The Treasury and the FDIC will not let them do that. And basically, they want to create. Government regulators want to create a risk-free banking system. Well, if you want a risk-free banking system that takes zero risk, there will be virtually no return associated with it. Or low return associated with it, and that will be reflected in GDP growth. And so we need to incentivize and back off some regulation, allow banks to be banks again, allow them to take risk without penalty. If they take moderate risk, lose sometimes, some loans go bad, but other loans go good. They get a higher return on those and offset the losses. And unless they are skewed too far into the risk-taking direction, leave them alone. Let them lose money and don't penalize them for it.